What's up, everybody? It's Old Man Winter 8 for Sun and Ski Sports, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Wavecel technology inside the Anon helmets and how it's such a huge benefit. So when it comes to construction of helmets in general, whether you're talking about snow helmets, bike helmets, or for any other kind of sport, traditionally these are going to have a shell on the outside, and then on the inside you're going to have a closed cell foam of some sort, and then obviously a little bit of a liner to give a little bit more padding, comfort, and just make the helmet feel nice on top of your head. And then on top of that shell, most of the time there's going to be some sort of ventilation system to help regulate the temperature inside the helmet and help draw the hot air out so you're not overheating too much while you're out riding. And then on a lot of the helmets too, you're going to see the MIP system. And what the MIP system is it's this piece that's in between the liner, the part that's actually touching your head, and the foam. And it's something that can move a little bit, so when you do hit your head, you're not just getting protection from the impact on the foam, but the helmet can move a little bit, and that's helping to slow down rotational trauma as well. And obviously having any helmet on your head is 1,000 times safer than not having any protection. But with the Anon Wavecel technology, this kind of replaces both the standard construction and the MIP system all in one. Now, when you go inside the Wavecel helmets, you're gonna notice this kind of corrugated material, and it's very similar to corrugation on a cardboard box. It's there to help keep the box a little bit lighter, but it's also there to help protect whatever's inside and give the box a little bit of substance and a little bit of sturdiness. Now, in the helmet, that corrugated material, it's about that thick, and it's really replacing the majority of that closed cell foam inside the helmet. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice is that there's a lot of empty space inside the helmet. What's cool about that is it's really going to lighten up the helmet a ton. Also, there's more room for air to move around inside the helmet. So no matter what kind of ventilation these helmets have, whether it's on the top, on the front, on the sides, and whether it's open and closed or it's just vents that are open all the time, all these helmets are gonna have way better thermal regulation because the air can move around a little bit more. And along with that ventilation, it can release the perfect amount of heat to make sure that your head isn't too warm, but also make sure that your head does stay warm. And then another big benefit about that Wavecel material is that the thickness of it, to give you more protection, it actually can be thinner than most of the closed cell foams. So that also makes for lighter weight helmets, but it also makes for lower profile helmets. So it doesn't look like you have a huge bubble on your head, but all the while offering you even more protection. Now, how it offers you more protection is because this material itself, the way that it's designed, it's not just the shape that you see when you look inside the helmet. On the side of this material, it basically gives you a material that when you hit it on a little bit lower impact, it can actually flex a little bit from side to side, and it really helps to absorb that impact and direct it away from your head. And we get into some of those situations where it's a much higher impact, just like the crumple zones in a car, where when you get into an accident, those are actually there to get destroyed, which is going to protect you more. It's the same thing in the helmet. Just like with any helmet on the market, they are designed for the helmet to get destroyed on high impact so your head doesn't. This is giving you even more protection because, again, no matter what side this helmet gets hit on, that Wavecel material can crumple and take up even more impact than the closed cell foams. And then the third thing that's most important about the Wavecel material is that it can glide a little bit inside the helmet against the shell. Now, this is there to slow down rotational trauma. A lot of people think that when you get hit in the head, it's all about impact, but rotational trauma can mess with your brain more than anything. The best way to describe this is that when you are snowboarding, skiing, biking, really anything that you're being active, most of the time you're not just standing there and getting hit in the head. You are moving, and when your head hits the ground, hits a tree, hits a rock, hits whatever, what's gonna happen is the helmet is going to stop for a split second, and your brain is floating in fluid inside your head. So yeah, the helmet's gonna stop, your head is gonna stop, but your brain is essentially going to do this inside your head. It's going to move very fast, and then it's going to stop. And that rotational trauma can be very serious. And Wavecel really does have a cool way to demonstrate this. They take egg yolks and they suspend them inside water in a faux brain. And then they can really show you that when there's impact, they do move around a little bit. And obviously there's going to be trauma anytime any part of your body takes impact. But when they drop it on an angled surface and the helmet rotates, it really shows how those egg yolks can get destroyed from that rotational trauma. And that's the same thing that's happening inside your brain when you hit your head, snowboarding, skiing, or any activity. So like I said, when you do have a helmet on, no matter what, it is gonna protect your head, but the more money you spend on helmets, usually you're going to get better materials, better venting, and more importantly, more protection. And obviously, as you can see with the Wavecel, this is giving you the ultimate protection. And I'll tell you right now, every single helmet on the market, no matter how much it costs, they're all way, way cheaper than just the ride to the hospital. So make sure you invest some money, get yourself a good helmet that's gonna protect your head. But if you got any questions about anything that we talked about in this video, definitely leave some comments down below. Also make sure to like and subscribe to the Sun and Ski YouTube channel and head on into any of the Sun and Ski locations to check out the Anon helmets that have the Wavecel technology, or just type in Wavecel, that's W-A-V-E-C-E-L, just one L, at sunandski.com.